target, tight end Charlie Young. He caught it at the 35, so they'll give him 7 yards. Jerry Blanton was there, the linebacker for Kansas City.
Well, what Kansas City wants to do defensively right now is allow you to catch all the passes in the middle of the field, because what's going on right now, as we've said time and time again, the clock is running. It's down to less than 7 minutes, and Seattle needs 3 scores to get back in the game.
I think if you trade 30 seconds for 7 yards, it's worth it.
Minnesota and Buffalo tied in the 4th. Gilbert tied in again. Charlie Young pulls it down. Inside the 30, it'll be a first down. Blanton again with the coverage and the tackle for Kansas City. Mark it at the 28-yard line, so a gain of 7 and a first down. And the clock continues on its inexorable march.
Well, if they get a touchdown, Kansas City's got to get all the good hands people, because they're going to be in a position to field an onside kick.
There's the blitz.
He's going to Turner, and it's going to be intercepted.
There's Cherry, tipped, incomplete.
Almost intercepted by Cherry. He had one hand on the ball.
Look at that smile. He wants him to throw at that corner. Said, I got the hot hand.
There's the Seattle coaches right now. There's Kenny Meyer with the glasses on, and I'm sure they're frustrated. And they're on Cherry now. Now, there's Turner going to the outside. Kevin Ross is 31. Now, Cherry just has to play the quarterback in the ball, and he's right there to get that other hand over there. It should have been an interception.
Duron Cherry, you know, is a great story. I'll get to it later, but he's really a fine free safety.
Free agent, too.
Yeah.
The pass is complete to Randall Morris, and he's brought down by Calvin Daniels. Give me the story so we don't forget it.
Duron Cherry came into camp as a punter. He was a free agent from Rutgers, and that's all he was a punter. And he begged defensive coaches to look at him as a safety man, and they finally listed him as a punter / strong safety. And then finally they saw him covering, and they said, this guy can play. And he made it as a free safety.
That goes to show you, Paul.
He was going to be cut. Huh?
That goes to show you that no one has all the answers in this league when you're judging talent.
Right. And for Kansas City coming into the ball game, their leading tackler. 3 interceptions in this game. This one is dropped off to Dan Dornick. And Gary Spaney makes the tackle. 15-yard line gain of 7. It'll be a first down. And of course, Dornick, a story that a lot of people have heard, but you know, he's in medical school and may graduate in the spring, or it may be later, depending on whether or not the Seahawks move to the playoffs. Dr. Dan. Well, I don't know how he gets it all done with his schedule is just unbelievable.
There he is on the sideline now. Apparently he seems to be okay.
He's an exceptional young man. He truly is. Gilbert drops. David Hughes incomplete. Stops the clock. Second down and 10. The ball at the 16-yard line.
There's David Hughes, 46, who dropped the pass. Kansas City right now is covering everything deep, and Gilbert is laying the ball off, and that's exactly what Kansas City wants them to do, because again, they're killing the clock.
Gilbert has completed 6 of 13 for 51 yards. And defensive changes for Kansas City. Second and 10.
3 new linemen.
Throw the ball in the end zone. You got to get the ball in the end zone.
Incomplete. Byron Walker, the intended receiver. Kevin Ross was there. It'll be third down and 10. Gilbert looking to the sidelines. Of course, the play signaled in from the sideline.
You know, Sam, you wonder what the complexion of this game would have been if it were on a dry field in perfect conditions. How much the conditions really bothered Seattle.
Well, I think the conditions had a factor, but I really think that Seattle has made some mistakes, and they really haven't done the job they planned to do offensively. I think Kansas City would have done the same thing under good field conditions.
This is Seattle's 53rd pass attempt. Franklin, 5-yard line. Craig threw 38 times, and now Gilbert has thrown 15 times.
That's not a Chuck Knox offense, throwing the ball over 50 times in the game.
And it'll be first down goal to go. And the ball right at the 5-yard line.
You know, Gilbert's going to have a great percentage completion record on this and a good rating, and those ratings being based on completion. But it really is so meaningless in a situation like that.
Well, what he did right now is like Dean Smith's four-corner offense at Kansas City. They're killing the clock.
First down goal to go, 5-yard line. Oh, look at Durancher. Said the tip I got by me too soon. Dornick, the intended receiver.
Deron Cherry could have almost intercepted 5 or 6 passes today. See, there's Gilbert right now, and he's forcing the ball. He sees Dornick coming over the middle, and there's a herd of red jerseys right in the middle of that whole pack. And Gail Gilbert is a young quarterback, and he forced the ball. And there's Deron Cherry, who's been attached to the ball all day long.
And so far in this drive, the Seahawks have used 4 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock. 3:10 left of the game.
Looking to go with the logic. Going in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, Lewis came over to double him. He had him on the fade, pump faked him, took him inside, and then he saw Lewis coming from the inside at the end and threw it away. And then Ross and Lewis are shaking hands now. They should.
It'll be third down goal to go. 6-inning score, Minnesota 4, Kansas City 3. Seattle again return to the Kingdom. They'll host San Diego next weekend. Kansas City will be on the coast against the Raiders, Coliseum, Los Angeles. Turner, no, out of the end zone.
That was the highest fade pass I've ever seen. That thing came down with snow on it.
And it would have been okay, Paul, had he thrown the ball to the outside.
Maybe he came down with snow from Denver. Second
Gilbert
half of
goes
the
up,
double.
he throws the ball. It should be to the outside, and watch the ball bend him back to the inside. He makes a nice catch, but apparently he's out of bounds.
He could have called for a fair catch on that one.
Now watch Gilbert right now. Kansas City's happy because the ball was thrown so high, it killed the clock. It took off about 3 minutes.
Could have called for a fair catch.
Second half of the doubleheader, most of you will see Miami at Denver. We understand they had 4 inches of snow.
Fourth down.
Fourth down, goal to go. Intercepted in the end zone. Deron Cherry.
They picked up 15 yards on that one.
Interception number 4.
You know, Charlie, I talked to Deron Cherry yesterday, and he told me he was going to be in the middle for the ball or for the receivers, and apparently he's done that today. There's Gilbert going to the outside now, looking for someone open in the end zone. He forces the ball, and there's Cherry right in the middle where he belongs. Tried to get the ball to Turner 81, and it's another interception.
Kansas City from their own 20-yard line. First down. And here's E.J. Jones. He'll pick up just a couple. Let's make it 3.
Somebody ran out of a shoe. There's a shoe lying there on the 21-yard line. There he is, putting it on.
Watch Byron Franklin, a corner of the end zone, number 88. I'm open. I'm open. Please get me the ball. He looks like a traffic cop. I'm open. I won't be here very often in that situation.
You know, we can see it here, but when a quarterback is looking at one side of the field, he really can't see the other. It's almost unfair in a way.
Again, Byron Franklin really doesn't care about that.
Yeah, that's
Let's
right.
Ball.
Ethan Horton. He gets 3 minutes more, 3 yards more. 2-minute warning given to both benches. We'll take a timeout. It's Kansas City 28 and Seattle 7. Record, Bobby Hunt and Bobby Ply also had 4 interceptions in one ball game, and we understand that also ties an NFL single game record. Pharaoh Chiefs.
It's not over yet. He could get a 5th.
That's an optimistic outlook.
Well, just let him roam back there.
Third down and 4. There's Gail Gilbert. Free agent. rookie, University of California, Berkeley.
He's getting a lot of coaching right now. That's Chick Harris with the hat on, talking to Gail Gilbert. That's Chuck Knox to Gail Gilbert's left. And right now, that's not a happy sideline.
I think they might be on the phone to Ron Jaworski in Philadelphia.
And interestingly enough, coming into this game, the Seattle Seahawks with 101 points were the NFL's highest scoring offense. 3rd down and 4 for Kansas City, their own 26-yard line. 2 minutes left in the contest. Horton on a sweep to the left side, and he'll come up shy of the 1st down. He'll pick up about 3. It'll be 4th down as Reggie Kinlaw, now the nose tackle for the Seahawks, makes the stop, and Seattle stops the clock. So that means that Jim Arnold will come in to punt. And we'll look for Kenny Easley to make the return, but first we'll take a timeout. Here's Jim Arnold, his 9th punt. He has pressure, but he gets it off. Kenny Easley will let it bounce, and he'll step away from it. It'll be down at the 35-yard line. Now, Jim Arnold, that was a 36-yard punt. His 9th punt of this ball game, and 6 of the 9 have had a hang time of more than 4 seconds, which is excellent.
And this conditions, it's wonderful.
Oh.
He's sort of an unsung hero in this game.
And he had that 62-yarder at a very crucial time. So his average now right around the 42-yard mark. Seattle from their own 35-yard line, 1st down, minute 40. Time remaining in the ball game.
Deron Cherry saying, "Don't take me out. I want number 5."
Gilbert from the shotgun. Drops this one off to David Hughes. Hughes has the free, keeps going. Leaving tacklers in his wake to the Kansas City 46-yard line. He has 19 yards and the 1st down.
That helps the stats, contract talks next year.
Cynical, Paul. Cynical remark. Gilbert, it is high, it is incomplete. Franklin, the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the Kansas City 46. 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go here at Arrowhead Stadium. It's been raining all morning. It rained all last night, and it has not let up.
And there's Chuck Knox on the sideline. And, you know, being a coach, you always say to yourself, well, there are going to be days like this. But I think this is a very resourceful football team. And Chuck Knox is an outstanding coach. And he'll put it all back together, and they'll bounce back next week.
Now final, Detroit winning.
Lodgett.
Incomplete. What about Kansas City? Kansas City, they're now 3-1.
And they've beaten the Raiders, and they've beaten Seattle, 2 teams in their division. So they're in very good shape right now. But Charlie, it's a long, long year, and a lot of things are going to happen.
All right, now listen. Now you said a long, long year for a team that's 3-1. Well, it's a long, long year for a team, Seattle, that'll be 2-2, so they've got a chance to get back into it.
Without question. Without question.
I wonder if Chuck Knox is going to be calling up Jaworski, who was once the quarterback of the Rams.
Are you representing him?
I don't know. I'm sort of intrigued with that idea.
Oh, it may work.
Run the ball.
It's off and running.
No, you slide feet first. If you slide feet first in the new rules, they're not going to, you know, to touch you. And the other thing, if you're a rookie, you forget about going out of bounds. Should have gotten out of bounds, stop the clock.
I think it's a smart move. Get the game over with, so nobody can get hurt.
Maybe that was a signal from the sideline.
I think that may be the right one.
They were trying to push him back in.
Before the broadcast ends, Paul, are you really Ron Jaworski's agent? I saw an envelope in your jacket with his address on it.
Who do you think sent me the flowers?
4th down and 3.
Now go slide.
There's the 1st down. Now slide. It's a 1st down, and the Seahawks are going to take a timeout with 3 seconds left to go. So we'll take a timeout. The score, Kansas City 28. Just to go, but San Francisco. You like that calling the timeout.
Well, that
We're free
happened to me once before, and we were out of the game against San Diego, and Brian Sipe came up to me on the sideline. He said, "Coach, that's the way to go, because it's a matter of pride." He's throwing up in the end zone. It looks like a punt.
They're going to rule it incomplete. The gun sounds, and that is it in the rain. The final, the Kansas City Chiefs 28, the Seattle Seahawks 7. So Kansas City's record now is 3-1. Seattle's record is 2-2. It did not rain on the Chiefs parade.